Hello, my name is Noel and just want to introduce you to my company WindowMasters. Personally, I've been in this business for 30 years, so I'm going to show you around the showroom and the different products we have, and I'll explain them as we go along. The first door I want to show you is called a lift and slide door. It's an aluminium door, and as you see, why it's called lift and slide. It's locked now. Just turn the handle down. You see how it slides freely. This particular door is 3.6 meters wide and 2.5 high, and it's a two-part. The maximum two-part, you can actually go 4.8 meters wide. And when it's open, if you want to, you can turn the handle and it holds it there. So close it, turn the handle, that's what we call the receivers. So as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've 4 locking points. I'll just show you now the actual how they operate. If you see, if you just look closely here, when I turn the handle, they come down and they then slip down over the receivers, so they cannot be forced out. Now we also have what we call alu-clad, timber on the inside, aluminium on the outside, and this is an example. So just to open it again, it's a lift and slide. This is the inside, but it can be, as you see here, it hasn't been lacquered, it hasn't been painted, but again, you can have any RAL number on the inside and outside. And it's locked. As you see, there's a handle here on the inside, but on this particular one, which you have a choice with the aluminium tool, and not to have a handle on the outside if you don't want to. You have just a finger pull. Some people like that, it gives them added security that no one can break the handle or force it. And this door now is the bifold door. And this particular one is what we call a 3-part bifold door with a corner. So open it, and we open the door fully. There's a magnet, holds it there. We go inside, release the handle inside, and that's it fully open. And then for the lucky few who would like to have a corner with no corner, get the idea? Nothing there. Close it. We'll show the handles in a sec, how it works from the inside. Now you want to close this door. Just pull it along. Reach. And then this door can be operated or used just as a normal back door. Show you now the different finishes we have. You can have literally, again, any RAL colour. These are the most popular ones available. And there's the different options for handles for the door. And these would be handles for windows. So there's a fairly comprehensive choice available. Right, next now I'm going to show you a few different windows, different styles. This window is cream window, a light cream, and as you see, it's trying to replicate the sliding sash windows. It has what we call mock horns. Now, as you notice, they come down, there's no joint, it's all one clean line. So we open the window, and there's again how it opens, and if you want to, you can lock it and have ventilation. This operates the same as the cream window, but when you do new houses, the fact that it opens like this and locks and have ventilation isn't good enough. You have to have what's called trickle vents. And you see how they show you it open and I said that's a hood, and then you see on the outside there's a hood as well. in new houses you have to have that, or else you have to vent the wall of the house. So 99% of people use this, it's handier. As you see, because this is a heavy PVC bar, it's welded bar, it's actually part of the window, not of the glass. So it gives you 1 pane of glass, 2 panes, 3 panes, 4 panes of glass. Just going to show you now that there is a wide variety of colours. This one is called charcoal green, all aerated glass. And this window is what's called a tilt and turn, the colour being light oak, and it tilts into the room. You close it, you want to open for cleaning or God forbid for an emergency exit, it opens into the room. I'm going to show you the operation of the window now insofar as the locking system goes. Press the button, open the window. Child lock, I release it to open the window fully. Now it's open 90 degrees, so you have full access. And the lock, as I say, the handle only operates the lock. The handle in itself is not the locking system. The locking system has one receiver here, one here. On the window, down the side of the window, you have a mechanism that sits in there, sits in there, sits there, and sits there. So they're coming down and up. So they're working against each other if someone wants to try and force it up. To force it up, it's impossible to open it. Force it down, still impossible. You can open the window, or lock it actually, in that position, and you have ventilation, but you still have the security. There is a mechanism on the hinge. If you press the button down, it'll move this part over to here so you can get your hand out around the back to clean it. You see the metal hook? The sister of that is here, and when you go to close, they lock into each other. And that's the triple glazed window. It's a slightly different beading than a double glazed window, but the thickness of window back to front is still the same. Does not change whether it's triple or double glazed. The only thing that changes is what we call the glazing bead that holds the glass into position. Here's a door that's becoming very popular. As you can see, it's a single door, nothing fancy about it. But a lot of people now are going for this as a back door. It can be obscure glass or clear, whichever. And just a single door, opens and closes. There's the locking system again. Hook lock, roller down here. And then when you go to lock it, chute bolt. And you see it up here. Very secure. Again, this is not normal, this is not standard. This is high security lock. You can have a PVC threshold, or in this case, it's a low level aluminium threshold. We call it a wheelchair friendly. As you can see, this door is again a Palladio composite door. The colour is charcoal green. This is optional, nothing got to do with the locking system, it's just a decorative feature. So I'll open the door again. You need a key to open it, and I'll show you the locking mechanism on this door as opposed to the other door. You see the locking mechanisms? There's a deadbolt here that when you do turn the key, this shoots out. Now, again, as you can see here, we have another composite door, Palladio composite door. So, 2 side lights, and you see a black door, and we have a cream frame. Some people like that idea. Other people will do black or whatever colour, everywhere, frame and door. So it's really, again, your own choice. This is red frame and red door, and see it's a different style of door. Same locking system called lever. Turn up the handle and turn the key, and it's locked. I'll compare it to the locking system that you're just showing you, to this one. As you see, look, won't open unless I have a key. I want to show now what you're familiar with the term vertical sliding windows, or as they're commonly known as sash windows. 2 finger hooks, slide the window up, and finger hooks up here again, pull the window down. Now, as you notice, we have a fly screen here. Very handy if you're in the countryside, and in the night time you still have nice fresh air, but the flies can't come in. And up it goes. Another sliding sash window, but the light oak version. Slides up and down similar to the last one. The difference between this and the previous one is, if you can see it here, look, I'm going to slide it in for cleaning purposes, especially if you're upstairs. And you can be cleaning away. Very handy facility. Close our window. And it's locked. Now this is a French door, and as you see, this particular one is opening out. And all doors, double doors, they have what's called a slave and a master. The master is the one that opens first, and this is the slave door. You have an option of not having handles on the slave door. You would have then, if you decided not to have them, you have a lever up here and down there. Now we're going to show you a standard PVC sliding door. Turn and your locking system.